With 3 weeks to go to the U.S. presidential elections, Donald Trump is set to make a comeback to his campaign trail. Judging from his tweets, it will be a grand return. Donald Trump is doing everything in his power to convince the American voters that he is fit to run the country as commander-in-chief. Meanwhile, America's top disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, has lashed out against the Trump campaign over a recent ad. All that and more in our next report.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
10 days after testing positive for COVID-19, US President Donald Trump is ready to make a comeback on the campaign trail. Trump announced that he will be holding a big rally in the battleground state of Florida. In an interview, Trump declared that he has tested totally negative for the virus but did not provide any evidence to support his claim. He also declared that he was immune to the virus.
It looks like I'm immune for, I don't know, maybe a long time, or maybe a short time. It could be a lifetime. Nobody really knows, but I'm immune. So the president is in very good shape to fight the battle.
And in a bid to reiterate that he was doing well, Trump tweeted, "A total and complete sign-off from White House doctors yesterday. That means I can't get it and can't give it." Twitter took cognizance of Trump's tweet and flagged it with a disclaimer. It said that the tweet violated rules on misleading information related to COVID-19. Trump made a public appearance on Saturday. It was his first appearance since he returned to the White House after COVID-19 treatment. Trump spoke from the White House balcony at the event that he called a peaceful protest for law and order. A few hundred people attended this event. Trump made a poll pitch to Black and Hispanic communities and boasted about the country's record in containing the outbreak and hurled allegations against his opponent, Joe Biden.
And I'm honored to welcome, we call this a peaceful protest, to the White House in support of the incredible men and women of law enforcement and all of the people that work so well with us. And I have to tell you, our Black community, our Hispanic community, thank you very much. Thank you. I want you to know our nation's going to defeat this terrible China virus, as we call it. And we're producing powerful therapies and drugs, and we're healing the sick, and we're going to recover. And the vaccine is coming out very, very quickly in record time. As you know, it's coming out very, very soon. We have great companies doing it, and they'll be distributing it, and we will through our military very, very rapidly. The other day in the debate, Biden couldn't even use the words law enforcement. I said, say law enforcement, and he was bailed out by the anchor.
Trump's physician, Dr. Sean Conley, said in a statement that Trump was no longer a transmission risk to others. He further added that there was no evidence of actively replicating virus. Doctors will continue to monitor the president as he plans to return to the campaign trail. Meanwhile, the top infectious diseases expert in the US, Dr. Anthony Fauci, has hit out at the Trump re-election campaign for using one of his statements in an ad without his consent. He said that he had not agreed to be featured in the ad and his words were taken out of context. The ad highlighted Trump's personal effort to recover from coronavirus and his administration's work to deal with the public health crisis. The ad also included a 30-second video of Fauci, which was edited to suggest that the health expert was praising the president.
I can't imagine that anybody could be doing more.
Fauci later revealed, "In my nearly 5 decades of public service, I have never publicly endorsed any political candidate. The comments attributed to me without my permission in the GOP campaign ad were taken out of context from a broad statement that I made months ago about the efforts of federal public health officials." The Trump campaign spokesperson, Tim Murtaugh, defended the ad, saying that it is accurate and that the words are directly from Dr. Fauci's mouth. Trump took to Twitter and said, "They are indeed Dr. Fauci's own words. We have done a phenomenal job." Dr. Fauci and the president have had their disagreements on how to handle the pandemic, which has now infected 7.7 million people in the United States. At a time when the pandemic has been downplayed in the face of rising deaths and cases, Dr. Fauci has emerged as a voice of trust and reason. He called the White House event held on September 26th a superspreader event. About 30 people who were part of the event at the Rose Garden in the White House contracted coronavirus. Trump is set to resume in-person rallies, and his first stop is expected to be the city of Stanford in Florida. The second presidential debate, scheduled for October 15th, stands cancelled, as Trump has refused to participate in a virtual format. A debate is now scheduled to take place on October 22nd. For now, there are many questions related to President Trump's health. Is he still contagious? And if not, is he fit enough to travel? Will Trump stress upon social distancing guidelines during campaign rallies after being tested positive himself? Will the new round of election campaign lead to a bigger number of infections? US Election Desk, WION, World is One.